Hello YouTube, this is Andrew, the Bearded Giant, and unfortunately this this vlog is not a happy-go-lucky, feel-good vlog. If anything, this will be a warning to you that I'll be sharing some personal opinions that some people may not agree with. I'll be sharing some details of an event that occurred this last weekend in Portland that some people may find upsetting. And so if you don't like what I find or you find it disturbing, please feel free to turn off or stop the video. There's no harm in that. This is not a video to get a lot of views. This is a video for me to share some thoughts and feelings that I am having. And let's go this way. I've never been this way. Okay, so my cousin sent me a private message today with a video attached, and on this video was was taken by a bystander at the City Team Ministries men's shelter in Portland, Oregon. So this event happened on Saturday, and I will not be sharing the video with you because it is not posted on YouTube. It is not posted on hit a gravel road. It is not posted on Facebook. It was shared with me private, and it's going around among people privately. And so I'm going to respect that and not share it. I'm not going to share it on YouTube. I won't share it with you directly if you ask me for it. So anyway, this event occurred at the City Teams Ministries men's shelter in Portland, Oregon. And it starts out with some yelling and some chaos. It looks like it's in a chapel area or a worship area, and you see the guy who's filming, or the person who's filming it, going back and forth between one person and some police officers who are entering the room. And there must be 6 or 7 police officers. They all have weapons drawn. Some have rifles, and some have handguns. And they're yelling at this man to put the knife down. Put the knife down. And he is across the room, and there is a guardrail or handrail or this room divide that has pickets and a railing. He's on the other side of that, maybe 20-30 feet from the police, and they're yelling at him to put the knife down. He seems agitated, and they shoot him with an AR-15 or an M6. I couldn't tell which it was. They looked the same to me, but they shot him maybe 3 or 4 times, and he drops. Then there's commotion in the room, and the video gets turned off. So this was filmed by a bystander. The police enter the room because there's an agitated man with a knife, and they shoot him. So my cousin knows the gentleman with the knife. My cousin knows the guy who was shot by the police and who died. Apparently it is known that this gentleman has mental health concerns. He has issues with homelessness, which is not unusual with mental illness. And my cousin and I had a discussion via private message. And I, on one hand, understand why the police shot this man. He was agitated, he had a weapon. They, I'm sure, were concerned for the safety of others in the room. I'm sure they were concerned about safety for themselves. But in my opinion, this is my opinion, they could have used a shotgun with beanbags to attempt to subdue the gentleman. He was on the other side of the room. There was an obstacle between him and the police. Of course this guy was a threat. Of course the police were probably right in their shooting, but there were 5 or 6 cops. 1 or 2 of them could have had a non-lethal option with them, while the other 3 or 4 had their firearms drawn. I believe, in my opinion, that they could have shot him multiple times with a shotgun with beanbags and subdued him, and then take him into custody. And if shooting him with the beanbags would not have worked, then by all means take the next step, take the man's life. But they did not. In the video I saw, which recorded from when the police entered the room to when they shot the man, they did not try any non-lethal means of subduing him other than voice commands, from what I could see. I am a firearms enthusiast. I own firearms. I have firearms for the purpose of self-defense. I do carry firearms. I have a concealed carry permit in Oregon, in Utah, and is it Nevada? Anyway, I got 3 permits that allows me to carry in most of the United States through reciprocity. I am a firm believer in self-defense, but the police have more options than us standard citizens. They have tasers, they have shotguns with rubber pellets, they have shotguns with beanbags. And in my opinion, again, I'm going on about this, I believe they could have tried a non-lethal method with this gentleman rather than verbal command and then going straight to lethal. In my opinion, they should have tried verbal command, then escalate to non-lethal weapon like a taser. Taser may not have been ideal because of the distance. I don't know how far the taser wires go, but certainly a shotgun with beanbag or rubber pellets, even if they shot him multiple times with a beanbag or rubber pellets, I have got to believe it would have subdued this gentleman. He probably would have had broken ribs. He may have had even a concussion from hitting the floor. He would not have come out unscathed, but he could still be alive. I, in my opinion, again, see that there is a disconnect with our police and their training when it comes to handling mentally ill, mentally disturbed, agitated individuals who are not in their right mind. The police may not have known that this gentleman had a mental illness. They may have only seen him as someone who was agitated and threatening with a knife. And it is understandable that they did use lethal force, but I believe they could have not gone straight there. I believe they missed a step. So, if you want to find details in the news or on Google, I'm sure you can Google City Team Ministries or City Team Shelter Ministries in Portland, Oregon, and the shooting occurred on this last Saturday. I don't know what the date was. The 6th, maybe. Yeah, it might have been the 6th. So I'm sorry I am discussing or shared such a heavy topic with you, but it was and is weighing heavy on my mind and on my heart. It would weigh heavy on me regardless. I mean, if anyone was shot who was mentally ill, but it has an extra layer of weight. It has extra sadness to it because it is a person that my family knows. I did not know him, but my cousin does know him. So again, I'm sorry if this was upsetting to some of you, but I needed to get this off my chest, and hopefully some of you can understand where I am coming from. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I do not want to get into a debate about police brutality. I do not want to get into any trolling or arguments. I'm just simply sharing what's on my mind. And hopefully you out there never experience this or have it happen to anyone that you know. So thank you for those of you who have made it this far, and I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to do some writing therapy because it often helps me. Oh look, I've come to the end of the road. I've come to some gravel. All right. So everyone have a thank you for watching, and I'm just gonna say peace out. Thank you.